Hello everyone, I am here to do another house prediction, and here it is. This is my house prediction. Democrats will win by 223, Republicans slightly losing. Let's get into why. So, this is what the 2024 map looks like, right? If we take this map and we shift it towards the Democratic Party by 7 points, 7 points, which is my prediction based off the results of the special elections that have been happening and the elections this year. This is what we get: 235 to 200. But there have been changes and there will be more changes to this map, and it's not as simple as just shifting these margins. First, let's start with some corrections. One, I don't think this district's going to be blue. If two Republicans ran against each other, that's why the margin was so thin. The other correction is... no, that's it that I can think of right now. But let's look at some of these gerrymanders. So California is going to have more Republicans. Now there's already seeing this margin shift, a flip of these two seats. So I'm only going to count three more. This one, and how about this one too? Texas, their gerrymander may not go through, but if it does, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this seat, this seat. Henry Cuellar may run as a Republican anyways. Let's get rid of this seat. Let's get rid of this seat. And it's because I think this is Al Green's seat and this is Greg Caesar's seat. Kassar. This is probably what it's going to be because it'll be a dummy mander, most likely. So, you may see a reduction. Utah, new map with a Democrat. Indiana is probably going to go through. So, we'll see tighter margins on these here. New York, I may redraw if, and I may change this seat. So let's go ahead and plug that one in. Virginia may redraw and give Democrats more seats. Something like this. And then North Carolina already wants to redraw to give Republicans another seat. I think Republican dummy mander isn't going to hold in Ohio. Wisconsin's going to redraw, giving Democrats another seat. Okay, so it's looking pretty normal for the Democrats right now, but the big holdup is if the Supreme Court gets rid of the Voting Rights Act, Section 2 specifically the Voting Rights Act, which means that the pre-clearance states, which are North and South Carolina, Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, if the pre-clearance states no longer have to draw in majority black districts or majority Cuban districts, we're gonna lose Democrats will lose 12 seats. That's where you get this going on. And with that, you see, we are now almost there. Actually, I've given the Democrats an extra seat. What am I forgetting? Where else do Republicans gain a seat that I am forgetting? Oh, Missouri. Of course. Missouri's going to redraw. So now we see it's just a small victory for Democrats because of the gerrymandering battles. And this is if the Section 2 of the Voting Rights is overturned, which, because Republicans are doing so poorly, I think it probably will, which is really sad for a lot of reasons. And it shouldn't happen. Let's see, what if it doesn't happen, right? So we've got, this map I've just set up here. If it doesn't happen, then we're going to still see Democrats win in Florida. And we'll still see Democrats win in South Carolina. Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Louisiana. And that's going to save Democrats a lot. 235 right there. You already, that was the number that just shifting the margins gave them. We've gotten back there. With the gerrymandering fight, it basically completely equals out unless Section 2 of the Voting Rights is overturned. But either way, it's likely Democrats will take control of the House in 2026. Margin will likely be tight. That was in my last prediction too, before we saw all these elections happen. Pre-2025 prediction from me was a even smaller margin for Democrats. Democrats still win, but by a small margin. I'm holding to that, but for different reasons. All right, thanks for watching.